Laying back, start to let the body settle into the earth. Take a moment to do a scan, especially of the back. Is there anything that's speaking to you in your back area right now? Sometimes the shoulder blades or even the shoulders themselves. There's a lot going on there. Sometimes it's more like the mid and the low back. So just kind of notice what's going on. And the metaphor we're using today has to do with a storybook and our spine being that storybook. So imagine as we have these different kinks that go on, all sorts of craziness sometimes in our back. Imagine that that is our storybook. So that's the dragon or the troll that we sometimes have to overcome. And imagine that this is also expanded into a metaphor for 2023, that there's going to be stuff that we have to work through, some dragons, some personal trolls that we have to learn to fight. And so as we work through our body, as we kind of move through, especially all these back spine areas, imagine it's like we're gaining tools. We're getting swords, bows and arrows, all sorts of tools, magic wands that are going to help us to conquer our personal dragons this year. It'll help us so that the story will end up being a powerful one of courage, one of love, one of overcoming. And so that's the idea. That's our spine being a storybook. That's the metaphor that we're playing with today. So with this, to get us started, let's start to take the knees into the chest, a hand on each knee, take a couple of rocking motions. Use this rocking to help us check in with the spine even deeper here. So maybe if we know that chronically our issues are the very low back, the sacral area, maybe you're rocking into that spot. If it's upper back, maybe you're doing a little bit more of a wild rock so that you can really feel the surface area on that upper area. Another breath or two, just tuning into how the body is. Good. And then we're going to release left leg, drop it long to floor, right leg extends up to sky. Give the hamstring a chance to stretch here. So first we're working on extending the leg as straight as possible, no matter how low that angle is. We get to the point where we don't feel much more sensation there, then the way to go deeper would be pulling that straight leg a bit closer to torso. So here, if the hamstrings get extra tight, sometimes it's like a bully on the sacrum area or the low back area. So we're trying to work on this so that already we're gaining traction to help out our spine. So just another breath like this, huge inhale, nice exhale. And then leaving that right leg up, but muscularly now, release the hands. The hands come up above our chest, and we're going to kind of play through the shoulder blade area. So with the shoulders still remaining in contact with the earth, try to extend the fingertips as high as you can, still that blade barely touching the earth, and then squeeze so that you're kind of pressing the whole shoulder blade onto the earth. Good. So do that a couple of times. Extend up and press flat down. Another 3, 2, 1. Good. This right knee takes a bench shape. Clasp around that knee. Pull it in a bit tighter. Take that bent knee into the right hand. The knee opens out wide to right. And the knee comes back up. We'll start to take a twist. Let the knee travel as far over to the left as feels good, but right shoulder does not lift off the ground. You don't have to push the knee down. If you'd like gravity to just take over, you can let the weight of the leg do the work here. But if the spine's doing okay, maybe the hand is on the knee just to add more weight. Another good inhale. Exhale. The right hip returns to the earth. The right hand slides up to the outside edge of the right foot. Half happy baby. Try to allow the right hip muscles to release for a moment so the knee sinks a little bit closer to the earth. And then your choice, 3 times we're going to extend the leg. You can either extend it more forward or more to the side, you choose. So starting to find that first slow extension, here's 3, and let it bend back. 2, and back down. 1. Beautiful. Releasing the foot, drop the foot to the earth, slide it long. Take a breath to feel this difference between right and left hand. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Left straight leg up to side. Working on this hamstring for a moment. Grab on, try to find an angle where the leg can extend pretty straight. And then from there, as the muscles start to release, maybe the arm strength pulls the leg a little bit closer to towards. Left and right halves are very different, so notice that part of the story. The right side is the sunny side of the story, the left is the lunar side of the story. So while right has to do with the actions that take place, this left has to do with the thoughts. So we even have to conquer our thoughts a little bit this year to allow ourselves to have that powerful story, success story. Try to breathe into the belly, 2 more good breaths. And leaving the leg there, the arms extend up. We press the fingertips up until just that blade of the shoulder blade is touching the earth. And then we press the whole shoulder blade flat. Taking another 4. And press down. 3. Holding this awareness of the shoulder. 2. That'll help us to conquer a good posture as we move through some of the poses. 1. Good. And then from here, the knee bends, clasp around the knee, pull it into shoulder for a moment. And left hand takes over the knee goes wide to left. Good. Leg lifts back up. Starting to head to that twist. With or without the weight of the left hand. Of the right hand, but the left shoulder is still connecting to One more breath in, out. So we unravel the twist, left hand grabs for left outside of foot, half happy baby. Pull the knee down, open. And extending upward or outward. Slow extension 3. And bend. 2. And 1. Beautiful. Here as you release, slide both feet into plant posted glutes. We're going to take a few bridge poses. Feeling the back strength. We rise from the tailbone. Inhale. Exhale, roll back down. Good. Repeating. Just follow the pace of your breath. Inhale up, exhale down. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Grabbing a block. Lift the hips up one more time. And then slide the block under the hips. It could be small, medium, or tall. You get to choose. Don't force it too deep. So if tall is too much, don't feel like it has to be there. Once you're there, shoulder blades try to scoot closer together in the back. And then right heel starts to slide forward. This helps the right psoas get a little bit of a stretch. Try to release all the weight of that right leg into the earth. Good. Slide the right foot back close. Left heel slides forward. Release all the effort. Then either slide both feet in for just this modified version of bridge pose, or slide both feet forward for the back. 3 breaths. Feel how this arched shape helps to stretch the ab area, especially as we inhale. More breath in, out. We slide the feet close to lift the hips off the floor. When the hips return to earth, let the knees do windshield wipers. Just rocking left, rocking right. Feel how the knees, the thighs, the hips are connected to that low back. Good. Sliding the knees in closer like how we started, a hand on each knee. And we'll take another twist here before we move on. Arms open up, both knees fall to left. Feel how already the spine's in a different spot than where we started. Knees rise up, settle over to the right. From here, we're going to head up to a seated position, so you can either roll through the side in the fetal position to press up, or you can lift the knees back up and roll up, your choice. Good. We'll come into a cobbler pose, bottoms of feet together, knees open, lift the spine up tall to tilt forward. You can't go any further than release the weight of the head down. How the low back is talking to us right now. Take this spine about halfway up, the feet slide forward another 6 inches. And then release back forward. Take the right hand to the right knee. Start to straighten the right arm. That will push the nose over the left. So that left arm can just swing off to the side. So this part of the low back. And heavy through the center, left hand to left knee, nose over right. Head back through center. Put 2 breaths in the middle. And then rise up. You're welcome to slide to easy cross leg. Grab one look. Pushing into the block's about belly level. The elbows are out wide. By pushing into it, you can feel the contraction of the pec area. So adding in a little bit of shoulder strength here. We're pressing, and we're slowly going to lift the block up, either to forehead area if there's any shoulder issues, or above crown of head. Good. Keep on pressing as we slowly lower block down to belly. Keep the strength going the whole time. We'll do 2 more of those cycles. Up. Actually down. Keep breathing. Keep pressing. One more. This one, hold above crown of head. When you're there, press a little harder if you can at the last moment. And lower to belly. Press even harder when you get there. We're there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Come to kneeling. From kneeling, reach the right hand up to sky. Feel that chest open. Let the wrists do a couple of rolls, clockwise and good. Right arm threads all the way through down to ground. Left arm can stay, it can slide forward, or it can wrap around low back, your choice. So trying to rest the right shoulder all the way to the earth if possible. We need to slide a block under it. Slide a block under my shoulder. Another good breath here. Nice inhale. Exhale. Left hand returns in front of face. Press into it. In this middle spot, take a nice cat. Cow. Good. Neutral spine. Left arm lifts up high. With a wrist roll or 2 to each direction. And thread the left shoulder all the way to ground. Right hand can slide forward or wrap around the back. Another good inhale. Exhale. Right hand returns in front of face, press into it. Take a few bonus cat cows here. Round up. Exhale. Inhale, belly down, gaze up. More time up. Down. Good. Walking the hands forward another foot or so, kneeling plank. Trying to build that shoulder strength again from the kneeling plank. Keep the elbows into the waist, elbows pointed backwards. We're lowering halfway down and then press it. Nice. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Keep the elbows squeezing in rather than out. 5, 4, good. 3, 2, 1. Good. Tuck the toes. Rise up, downward facing dog. You can pedal through the legs for this first one if you'd like. It's lifting nice and high. Right leg reaches up to sky. We'll step right foot to outside of right hand. The back knee can lower to ground. So first we'll take a little twist here. Right hand reaches up to sky. Feel the back stack. Maybe even pull backwards. So it's like we're opening more than 180. Good. Option to grab for the back toes if that's accessible to your body. Keep the shoulders opening though. Good. One more inhale. Exhale. Hands return to the floor in front of us. You can take our lizard pose. So the elbow can drop to floor or block if that's accessible to you. So planting the hands. We're coming back into tiger pose. So it's like a kneeling shape, but that right leg is now lifted back into python. So if that's where our balance is today, great. If you can also extend left arm forward, that's beautiful. Staying here is also great. If you want more, exhale, elbow to knee underneath you. Inhale, lift and even arch up. Good. Exhale. Inhale, lift. You're doing okay. Take another 3, 2, 1. Feel that back strength lift. Good. So that right leg is still floating. We're walking the hands back forward to that kneeling plank. Try to keep the elbows squeezed in, slowly lowering chest to ground. Right leg still hovering. Good. Once you're there, plant that right foot to the earth. Take a cobra. And downward facing dog or child pose. Left leg reaches high. Plant to outside of left hand. Lower the back knee. First we twist. So left arm up to sky. Or even open beyond that. Option to grab for back foot if that's doable today. And return hands to floor, lizard. Maybe you drop to floor with the elbows, maybe to blocks. Hands plant. Take it to the dragon. Left leg hovers behind. It's a neutral kneeling position for everything else. So this is option 1. Option 2, right arm forward. Option 3, elbow to knee. And then straighten out with a lift. Good. 4. The back muscles with a lift. 3, 2, 1. Good. Hands walk back forward to the kneeling plank, left foot hovering. Slow motion, try to lower chest to floor, elbow stays squeezed in. Good. Release leg, cobra. Downward facing dog or child. Next inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we'll start to make our way up to top of mat. Forward fold. Try to find a way for the spine to lengthen, whether hands are on shin, block, or floor. Spine is as straight as possible, so maybe up on fingertips. Left hand stays in front of the face or on the shin. Right hand tries to step up to sky, twisting up. Feel that shoulder trying to pull more open. Good. And right hand down, left hand. Beautiful. Drop down. Release the weight of the spine down for an inhale. And exhale. Next inhale to rise. Hands to heart. Big toes come close together, heels slightly separated. Fierce pose. So sit back, tailbone slightly tucked under, knees behind toes. Maybe sink another inch if you have the strength. Then we start to twist to left. So right wrist to left thigh or right elbow to left thigh. If it's wrist, the left arm opens up. If it's elbow, it's prayer. Gaze to the floor, foot in front of left foot. Shift weight into left foot. When your weight feels free from right, try to slide right foot back, warrior 1 position legs. And then cartwheel open to warrior 2. Warrior 2 position legs. Good. Extended side angle, left elbow rests on left thigh, right arm up and forward. Beautiful. Rising back up, warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Front knee still bent. Good. Warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. Triangle. Reach left hand forward. Drop left hand to shin. Right hand to sky. Keep the spine stacking. Good. Rising torso up. We're going to shift the feet to pyramid pose shape. So usually I need to step a little bit closer and then hip square forward. So from pyramid, keep the hips square forward. So I'll usually keep hands on my hips as I start to go down so that way I can make sure the one hip isn't getting pulled back. They're square, I'm leaning forward. When I get about halfway down, I'll drop hands maybe to shin, maybe to blocks, or maybe to floor. Allow front leg to continue to lengthen. Sometimes I have to contract my quad muscles just a little bit to find that lift. A huge inhale. Exhale. The front knee bends. Arms sweep up, warrior one. Shift our weight forward onto front foot, float right knee. We're going to try to balance here or take a twist. Left hand to the outside of that right thigh. Right arm behind. Beautiful. Then the big toes close, feel slightly separated, hands to heart. Ears close. Take a little lower. Tailbone still scooping. Good. We're going to start twisting to the right. So hook left wrist and open right arm, or slide down to elbow, prayer position. Facing the floor, foot in front of right foot. Shift weight into right foot. Left foot slides back when it feels free. And then cartwheel open warrior two. Extended side angle. Right elbow rests on right thigh, left arm up to go forward. The spine stacked even here. Good. Rising, reverse. Moving backwards. Two, straighten the front leg, triangle, reach right hand forward, and then drop it to shin. Again, the spine should be stacked, so it's sometimes the top shoulder kind of rolling back just a little bit. Good. Rising up. Start to face the hips forward, shorten the stance a little, pyramid. The hips square as you begin to lean forward. When you get about halfway there, you can drop hands to shin, blocks, or floor. Bend the front knee, sweep the arms up, warrior one. And as we shift our weight onto that right leg, the left knee floats. Perhaps just balance here, or right hand to outer left thigh, left hand twist over. Beautiful. Return forward, up feet. Circle the arms up to sky. Leave the arms there. Feel the rib cage not jutting out. We're keeping the core kind of zipped up right there. So from here, right hand goes to the low back. And then we gaze over the right shoulder, leaning backward just a little bit. Kind of like a half camel. Good. Reach the hand back up. We're centered. Left hand to low back. Lean back. Gaze over that left shoulder. And rise back up. Inhale. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, side hands up, shins, half length. And plant the hands. Travel back to plank or kneeling plank. Take a flow. Slowly lower down, chaturanga. Lift. Good. Child or down dog. Rocking both heels to the left. We're trying to set up for a side plank. So if you need to plant the right foot in front of you, that would be an easy variation. Stacked feet is harder. Try to float the right hand to sky. So the right foot, if you're planting it, can be slid forward. Like, so Cindy, look up here really quick. You can slide it clear in front of chest, like clear up here. Yeah. Good, one more. Inhale for this half. Exhale, right, drops down, still switch. So maybe left hand plants in front of you. Maybe the feet are stacked. The left hand plants. Good. And drop the hand down. Back to plank or kneeling plank. Slow motion, lower belly to earth. Good. So from here, slide the hands like a figure T off to each side. A little bit of back strength, 5 times. So we inhale, the arms, the head, and the legs lift. So inhale up, exhale down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Slide the hands in by the sides. The fingertips are, the fingerprints are up. The fingernails down. 5 of those. Inhale up. Exhale down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Sliding back to figure T. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is the hardest yet. Arms trying to extend straight forward, but figure Y is also a possibility. So 5 of those. Inhale up. Exhale down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. From here, the fingertips plant forward, and we try to gently lift as much of a cobra back bend as we can from that. Good. Fingertips back down. Slide forward 3 or 4 inches. Inhale back up. Exhale down. We're going to keep on sliding forward. If your back gets to a point where it's too much, keep the elbows bent so that you're only lifting to the high point that feels comfortable for your body. Forward again. And closer. Perhaps 2 more. Closest yet. Good work. Slide back to child pose. Perhaps the knees a little wider than normal. Give ourselves a couple of breaths just right here in the middle. Right arm threads under the left armpit space. And we rock just a little closer to the right temple of the forehead. And unwind the right arm, grab the left arm. mind back to child. Walking the hand in hero, so sitting on heels or slide block underneath you to sit on. From hero, yet again. When we're here, we're going to take an inhale, arms switch up. Exhale, twist over the right shoulder. So left-handed's on the right thigh, right foot behind. And inhale up. Exhale, twist over left. Inhale. Once more each side. Inhale up. Exhale, arms drop down to each side. Now block under each hand. We'll take a half split, so back up to high kneeling, right arm forward. So options here are either just lean forward in the half split, slide forward closer to full split, and if I'm going forward, I may slide one of the blocks under my thigh to sit on. But then the other one's like a cane. So use props as useful. We've got about 5 breaths here, so try to be conscious. Inhale. Exhale. Two. One. Gently come back. Take a recovery shape. This could be kneeling with some tail wags. It could be downward facing dog, bending the knees. Take a gentle recovery for that right hamstring. Feel the difference between both sides. Good. And you're ready for second side. That high kneeling place, left foot sliding forward. Maybe just enjoying the half split. Maybe scooting further forward from there, even sliding block under the left thigh. Your choice. Slowing down the breath a bit. And go for 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Same types of options. Choose your recovery shape. That feels good. We're coming to sitting facing forward. We'll set up for Gomukhasana. So the legs are either right leg in front, cross leg, right shin on top, or right knee on top. Variation that will work for your hips that both sitting bones can be down. Sitting up tall, right hand goes to base of neck. Left hand can just grab her shirt from underneath, or maybe you can connect the dots, fingertips binding. Either way, try to take 2 or 3 breaths sitting up tall, ribs stacked, back muscles helping the chest to stay open. Maybe the ears pushed back a little bit. And from this point, you can either lean forward a bit, that does intensify the arm stretch, or release and just drop down into the hip stretch. Rising up, switch the legs. So left is cross leg in front, left shin stack or left knee stack. Sitting up tall, stack the spine, left hand at base of neck. Right hand comes from under. If this is your tight one, maybe you're just grabbing your shirt on this one, or maybe you can connect the dots again. Either way, spine is tall, chest is slightly forward, ears are slightly forward. Good inhale. Exhale, either tilt forward or release the arms to just drop into hips. Rising up. Uncross the legs. The blocks will be used to help the chest get a little bit of an opener. I recommend start with the low height of one block. And if you want even more through the chest, maybe you'll bump to medium or tall. But start there just to feel how it is. So one block will be placed right about where the shoulder blade area is. The other block is for the head. So it could be small, medium, tall, just depending on what your head needs to be comfortable. So try to get the placement right about under shoulder blade area, and then try out the head. From there, if you want to rise back up to bump a little higher, you can play with it. We're allowing that chest to take just a little while in a very open-hearted shape. Legs can be any shape. So from this spot, the arms spread open directly to each side. And almost like a snow angel, take just a couple of rounds, sliding the hands closer to the back wall. And gently sliding a little bit closer to the hips. Feel how this opens up the deltoid, the anterior part of the deltoid, and even gets into the pectoralis space. To the deepest spot that your body is comfortable maintaining, then we'll take 3 breaths right. And sliding back to a comfortable spot. If you would like this shape to be all or part of your Shavasana, you can stay here for a little while. If you'd like other twists before a different type of Shavasana, like a twist on the ground or even other types of movements, go ahead and take those last things that your body might be wanting before your final Shavasana. So essentially our journey to Shavasana, whatever that journey looks like. No rush being in getting to Shavasana, so take your time, make sure the body's balanced and happy. Sooner or later when you're in Shavasana, we're thinking back to the storybook. Each book has kind of its own feeling. Some stories are much more comical, some are much more dramatic, some are much more romantic. So kind of think of some of the emotions you'd like to be in your story for this year, 2023. And see if you can start to feel that emotion, whatever it is that you're thinking. Sometimes it's helpful to think of a memory that's embodying that emotion, and that memory just brings us right back to it. But see if you can kind of feel how you'd like this storybook to wrap up through this. With that, just deep breathing, being with that emotion, we'll be resting here for a couple of minutes. And the body integrate all the benefits of this practice. To deepen inhales and exhales. Do these little movements back to fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Stretching out in ways that feel really good. Sometimes people like to push the props aside and roll over to a fetal position on one side. Take a few bonus breaths here, maybe 3 or 4 good cycles until you feel ready to rise to a comfortable seated place sooner or later. Rise sooner or later. We connect back to the intention that we started with, our spine being a storybook, and maybe already we've learned something about our dragon. We to conquer that part of our spine, our story. Maybe we've gained the tool, like King Arthur's sword, that will help us to conquer what we need to. Or maybe we've just gotten a vision of how this story can end. We have that hope for the future. So with our spine more happy, more aligned, with 2023 open book in front of us, ready for us to fill the pages with our adventures, let's wrap up the time we shared together with this class with the sound of Om. Deep inhale now. May we be filled with light, happiness, and peace. Namaste.